Gamer7 and welcome back to some more Create a Sim in The Sims 4. This of course is part of the Pokemon to a Sim cast series. This time around it is actually two Sims being created in this video here. This is going to be Plusle and Minun. So as you can see, I'm starting here with a young adult, but I do actually change it to a child. am giving her I'm starting with, made one a female and one a male. I figured that was the best way to sort of decide it, and basically make them like fraternal twins. So first is Plusle, just because I sort of gravitate towards Plusle a little bit more out of the two, just because red is my favorite color, and that's the true and only honest reason. So I started making her, of course, as an adult first, and then, doing some of the features once I turn her down back to a kid. But for the most part, most of it I did as adult, just because you have more control of an adult sim than you do a child sim, so it makes it a whole lot easier to work on like their details and imagining how they actually will age up. I do notice that if you create a sim like in the cast and then play them, like age them down and then play them for a bit, sometimes it does actually affect how they will change into adulthood. I don't know if anyone's actually like, I haven't watched anyone who's mentioned that before, because I've seen people do like the toddler to adult challenge and things like that, but I don't think they ever really play with those sims starting as adults or children and then age them up. But I noticed actually with my Pearl and Marina sims that I had them as a kid for a while, and they did things as kids and such, and then once they aged back, like aged up to teenagers, there was some differences from what I created them as when I made them adult. Now, I know that teen and adult, there is going to be some differences, but they're not enough that you should really notice them too much. There was definitely some differences that I noticed pretty quickly, but I mean, that's okay, that's fine. That actually shows that, maybe the game is actually considering and thinking of changes that go on and happen through and ways that people are affected as they grow up, which I think is an interesting thing. So definitely don't mind that happening, and who knows, once they turn into adult, maybe it would change back to more of how I had it than I thought. But I'm pretty sure the changes I've seen shouldn't just be because they're a teenager versus a young adult. But anyway, that's on to a totally different story. So, but yeah, it's a whole lot easier to make a sim as an adult first, even if your full intention is to have them as a child, if you're actually making them. And then as for Minun, I actually just used the whole DNA thing and created Plusle's twin. And I think you can click the identical twin even if they're crossing genders, I think. Maybe not. But anyway, he looked enough like her that, definitely would have said that they would have been identical if it wasn't for the fact that, it was male and female. So, worked out in my favor for that. So with Pulsar, of course, I was sticking to mostly reds. I used her, like, I imagine her skin tone or whatever would be like the part of the Pokemon that is sort of that yellowy, peachy color. It's, I don't know, it's more cream yellow than it is anything. But that was their skin tone, and then I tried to add like the other colors that they wear, like they have, onto their clothes and hair. So Pulsar is the red one, the one that has the little plus sign on the end of the tail. They're absolutely adorable and cute, and they're also known as the cheering Pokemon. So I think I did make both Plusle and Minun cheerful, because they are considered like the cheering Pokemon. So I thought it was very fitting to have them as being cheerful. Like, they're the ones that are sort of there to make everyone happy and pep them back up. I did end up sort of wanting to give, I don't know, I guess I just felt more like a dress for Plusle, but I definitely was looking at reds, and I thought the really simple red dress was actually really, really cute and adorable, because I wanted these two to just sort of mainly be cute and adorable, and like when you see them, you're just like, oh, because, they're supposed to be all cheerful and happy and make you smile and help you out and all that sort of good stuff. I did test like putting like leggings or something more with her, but decided against them because I was just like, yeah, let's not overcomplicate her too much. She isn't one of the legendaries anyway. I do think I'd give her a ribbon on top of her head at some point, just because, again, that adds to the cute, adorable factor. And she is super, super adorable and cute. I do, again, like with my kids, I need to find more CC, like skin details and like makeup to naturally make them just look, like to give them like a natural redness to their cheeks or anything like that. And stuff, because, you know, hey, kids can have that sort of naturally, and sometimes, like, if you're actually trying to be creative with your Sims, sometimes, like, your kid Sims may not supposed to be looking, like, 100% human-like. So, you know what I'm saying? But, anyway, with Minun, you should be seeing him at this point. Again, it was similar to Plusle, just keeping with the blues, keeping it sort of simple, but cute and adorable all at the same time. I did want them to look, and you can see that they do look very similar to each other, which is how I wanted it to be, because if you see them, they are literally exactly the same, except for one is got red and the other's got blue, and one's got a plus on the tail, and then Minun's got the minus on the tail. And they're always together. And what is their like ability that they do? Is it cheer? Is that what it's actually called? And it actually helps particularly electric Pokemon. So, you know, that's sort of their whole thing, is they're always together and they're always helping and stuff like that. The screenshots are going to be coming up real soon. I hope you like how they turned out. I do like how they turned out. I'll say that out of the children of the Pokemon, they're probably up there towards the top, personally, because I just think they actually do look really cute. And though you don't know, like, if you've seen them by themselves, you may not exactly know which Pokemon they're supposed to be, but together I think they pretty much sell it, just because, you know, you got the very likeness and then the blue and the red, so I think together they sell who they are supposed to be pretty well. With the screenshots, I included more group screenshots than I did of other ones, because, and in fact I didn't take any individual ones, because these guys, they're never apart in like the series and things like that. When you see them, you can technically catch them apart, but most of the time you see them, they're always together, so I was like, I'm just gonna take a bunch of screenshots of them together. But I hope you like how they turned out. If so, please hit that lovely like button and subscribe to see future episodes of these Pokemon 2 Sim CAS series. All of my Sims 4 playlists will be down in the description below, as well as my social media, so you can go follow me on those. And make sure, you know, you share the video, hit that little notification bell, all that goodness, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye!